I am on a mission to spice up the food that we all love.
Morning, boss.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, very well, very
So
well.
look, Nigel, you know I love just to spice stuff up, and you know I like to kind of remix things. Your sausages are the best.
I'm actually just boning out some lovely shoulder pork here. Shoulder and leg of pork makes the best sausage. But don't tell all the other butchers, will you?
So you're award winning.
Yes.
What wins the most awards for you guys? Which variant? What kind of
I think
sausage?
it's Grandad's Special from 1931.
Really?
Yeah. Beautiful, these ones here.
So come on, tell me what goes into these, or is that like, is that
Well,
a family secret?
You'll have to
I'm
shoot me.
I'm not going to stand too close. Oh, goodness. Oh. That, Nigel, that is a thing of beauty. I mean, there's just no competition. So 1931.
Yeah, that was Grandad's
Tell
recipe.
me. Oh, okay,
If you
yeah.
can see, that's my grandfather in the doorway there.
Yeah.
If you look very closely, you can tell it's Grandad.
How come?
He's got one eye on the till. That's my dad in 1950. He started at the age of 14 working for Grandad.
Wow.
There's a little boy aged 8 learning the trade.
Who's that handsome fella?
Sadly, that's me. Look at those.
Perfect. That's
Grandad's
amazing.
specials.
That is amazing. So I'm going to remix sausage and mash, right? Because that is a classic. So I'm going to remix that with some spices. I'm going to do like a jaggery, an onion gravy, maybe some black cardamom, just to give it that smokiness as well.
Delicious.
What do you reckon? Would
Sounds
that work?
Sounds fantastic, yeah.
Right. Thank you, my friend,
Brilliant.
and I'll see you very soon.
Yeah, pleased to meet you,
Cheers.
meet to
Yeah.
please you.
Thank you. Nigel has given me his grandfather's beloved 1931 sausages. They've got some great flavour, but I'm just going to give them my own kind of remix. I'm going to add some aromats to this. We don't need to add chilies to everything, and that's the misnomer. Spices are there to brighten up the way that we eat, our food, our palate, all of that stuff. So my feeling is when you need a little bit of comfort food like sausage, mash and onion gravy, then why don't we put some sunshine flavours to that? Now, I'm using his pork sausages. You could use any really high quality sausages. I'm going to take a pinch of some fennel seeds. I love fennel seeds. They've got this lovely kind of aniseedy kind of scent, like a really floral kind of note. Just take just a little bit of oil, because what I want to do is shape this sausage meat, but I don't want everything sticking to my palms. Okay, what I'm going to do is just use my hands really as the mixer. The aim here is to kind of remix classics, give them a signature touch. I'm kind of reforming it into a sausage, but without the casing. And what I'm going to do is just pop it onto a skewer, so that you have, ta-da, a little sausage kebab, right? So that's going to go under a medium to sort of high grill. What we're going to do is keep an eye on that, but it will take about sort of 10, 15 minutes or so. I'm going to rotate it, keep an eye on it, just to make sure that it's cooked all the way through. Now, in the meantime, we turn our attention to onion gravy. But I thought what we would do is do something just a little bit different. We're going to be using some jaggery. I know, you're thinking, that sounds really cool, but what is jaggery? Jaggery is, it's sugar, but it's from sugar cane juice. It smells really kind of caramelly, it's kind of toasty, it's a warmer kind of flavour. So I would say definitely, if you can get your hands on some jaggery, try not to use some granulated white sugar, because we want to upgrade you, right? We kind of want to lift up the volume on flavours. If that's a struggle, then you could make do with some dark brown sugar. Okay, into the pan go our red onions. Red onions give us a little kind of sweetness. They're not as acidic as white onions. And whilst they're softening, there's two other ingredients, right, that are going to turn this onion gravy into something spectacular. We're going to be adding some cinnamon, all right? Can fish that out at the last moment before we serve. And we're going to take some black cardamom. Why black cardamom? Well, it's because, you know, this kind of spice, it reminds me of, like, you know, damp leaves on an autumn day that have been put on a bonfire. It's that kind of smokiness, and it's a really kind of comforting scent. The reason I'm adding that spice in now is we want the oils from the spices to start flavouring everything. Otherwise it's a bit too late and it kind of gets a little bit kind of aggressive because the spices aren't cooked all the way through. Okay, taking a little look. At our sausage meat kebab. I'm going to turn up that temperature just a touch, just to make sure that it's going to cook, not just on the outside, but also on the inside as well. Okay, to the party, I'm going to add some of our jaggery, and that just goes over the top. Why? Nice kind of friendly measure there. Don't worry, I know you might be thinking, that's a lot of sugar. Not really, because what we're going to do is going to add some balsamic vinegar, which is going to give us a sharpness that we're looking for, a slight kind of acidity that will cut through. Yes, that's going to cut through the sugar and the sweetness. Take a little bit of salt as well to go in there, a little bit of pepper, and that, I love that mix of flavours. Boom, I'm getting everything coming through. I'm getting that caramelisation from the jaggery, getting that sharp kind of like right hook of our balsamic vinegar, and all of that together with the cinnamon and the black cardamom. That is like a really super heady kind of mix. I am loving that. Now, to that, I'm going to add some beef stock. Good quality beef stock. And it's just going to go and join in the pan. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit. There we go. That is looking fabulous. I love doing this kind of stuff. This is kind of like alchemy.
You not putting chili in either?
I'm not going to throw any chili in. Oh, that's amazing. It doesn't need any chili. No chili. No chili needed. Because these spices do all the talking. Now it's at the point where it just needs to kind of simmer away, just reduce a bit, because we're going to put all of that with our masala mash. Now, I don't need to show you how to make mashed potato. I did this a little bit earlier. What we do with the mashed potato, how we give it a different signature, that's what I'm all about. Okay, so I'm going to give us a little spiced kind of butter. You know what? This is comfort food. It needs a touch more butter. What do you reckon, Martin?
You can never have too much butter, unfortunately.
No.
A little bit more.
I'll go in with some more butter. Yeah. How's that diet of yours going, by the way? Just take a touch of turmeric. Then we go in with some cumin seeds as well. And then I add some finely chopped red peppers. This is what we're after. We want to, in those cold months where we want some comfort food, doesn't mean that we are devoid of sunshine. Let's have a look at our pan. Yes, that's all perfect. That's going to be ready for our mash. It doesn't need any more salt. Go home or go big. This is definitely go big. That is absolutely amazing. Boys, do you want to have a go? You got to try this.
The potato's beautiful.
Let's try the sausage, being the only vegetarian here.
Tell me from a vegetarian's point of view, how does that go down?
It's amazing.
Why haven't I done this dish before and remixed it this way? You know the deal. If you love this vibe, share the love and subscribe.
That jaggery.
I know, jaggery is a thing, isn't it?
Vegetarian did well, didn't he?